see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy...
The MotoGP world was once again rocked by major news from the Aragon circuit. Today, all eyes were on one name that set the paddock abuzz: Toprak RAZGATLIOGLU. The phenomenal Turkish rider once again surprised everyone after an outstanding performance in the Yamaha V4 test session, even touted as capable of rivaling the performance level of MotoGP legend Jorge Lorenzo, once synonymous with Yamaha's glory. From the morning, the atmosphere at Aragon was already noticeably different. Yamaha unveiled their latest V4 bike, a secret project touted as a weapon for the Japanese manufacturer's revival in MotoGP. But what truly captured the attention wasn't just the engine, but how Toprak instantly blended with the bike, as if he had been racing in the premier class for years. Toprak performed aggressively, precisely, and confidently. His trademark extreme late braking style was still evident, but now combined with the stability and brutal power of the Yamaha V4. Several paddock sources reported that Toprak's times were very competitive, even compared to benchmarks from Jorge Lorenzo's glory days with Yamaha. This immediately stunned many engineers and rivals. Surprisingly, Toprak was not only fast over a single lap, but also consistent. In long-run simulations, his racing rhythm was considered very mature, similar to Lorenzo's style when he dominated MotoGP. Smooth, efficient, yet deadly. Many considered Toprak to have demonstrated an unbelievable adaptation for a rider who had only recently experienced MotoGP bikes intensively. Yamaha itself was reportedly very satisfied. Engineers found Toprak's feedback to be detailed and sharp, accelerating the development of the Yamaha V4. There was even an internal comment that said, "This is the first time since the Lorenzo era that we've seen a rider who truly understands Yamaha's character instinctively." The name Jorge Lorenzo was unavoidable in comparisons. The Spanish legend is known as a symbol of Yamaha's perfection in MotoGP. But now, Toprak is seen as bringing a new energy, a combination of world superbike aggression and MotoGP-style racing intelligence. Many observers are beginning to wonder, has Yamaha finally found a true successor to Lorenzo's philosophy? The paddock's reactions have been mixed. Several MotoGP riders are said to be secretly observing Toprak's data, while rival teams are beginning to realize that the Yamaha V4 is no longer just another experimental project. If Toprak can perform like this in testing, the prospect of a fierce competition in the coming season will begin to take shape. Here's the full story. The MotoGP world was truly shaken today. The Aragon circuit witnessed an event that immediately sparked heated discussion in the paddock and international media. Toprak RAZGATLIOGLU's reputation exploded again after his performance in the Yamaha V4 test was deemed at a very high level, even touted as equaling the aura and quality of MotoGP legend Jorge Lorenzo at the peak of his Yamaha career. From the start of the session, the atmosphere in the Yamaha garage was already different. Yamaha brought the latest V4 package, which had been kept a closely guarded secret. However, all attention was immediately focused on how Toprak handled the bike. It didn't take long for Toprak to ride with complete confidence, as if the bike had become a part of him. In the first few laps, Toprak seemed to be still figuring out the Yamaha V4's characteristics, but his adaptation was rapid. With each lap, his time steadily improved. Toprak's signature extreme late braking remained his main weapon, but this time it was combined with smooth acceleration and extraordinary stability in the fast corners of Aragon. Many Yamaha technicians were seen exchanging glances, surprised by the rapid pace of the adaptation process. What further excited the paddock was that Toprak's timings were reportedly in a very competitive range. In fact, when compared to Yamaha's old Aragon benchmarks, Toprak's performance was considered close, even matching Jorge Lorenzo's efficient and precise style in some areas during his heyday. Not only was he fast on a single lap, but Toprak also performed consistently in long-run simulations, a crucial aspect of MotoGP. Some observers noted that this is where the similarities between Toprak and Lorenzo began to become apparent. Lorenzo is known for his very clean riding style, minimal mistakes, and ability to maintain rhythm lap after lap. Toprak demonstrated similar traits today, albeit with a touch of world superbike aggression. This blend of two worlds is what made his performance so special. Yamaha was reportedly very impressed with Toprak's feedback. Every time he pitted, Toprak shared small details about engine characteristics, throttle response, and even the bike's stability under extreme braking. This information was considered invaluable for the development of the Yamaha V4 into the modern MotoGP era, now dominated by European manufacturers. Many within the paddock began comparing this moment to Jorge Lorenzo's early days with Yamaha. At that time, Lorenzo was also known for his ability to instantly click with the bike and bring Yamaha to a highly competitive level. Now, many believe Yamaha has once again found a rider with a natural understanding of their bike's DNA. The reactions of rival teams have been no less interesting. Several MotoGP riders are reportedly secretly observing Toprak's movements on the track. Some are surprised by his aggressiveness, while others are beginning to realize that the Yamaha V4 is no longer just a test project. If this bike continues to develop and Toprak continues to perform as he did today, the balance of power in MotoGP could shift drastically. For Toprak himself, this test is a major statement. He not only proved his worth in MotoGP, but also demonstrated that his world superbike riding style can be adapted, and even become a deadly weapon in the premier class. Aragon today was the stage where Toprak demonstrated his maturity as a world-class rider. The Yamaha V4 test at Aragon was more than just a technical event. It was a loud message to the entire MotoGP paddock. Yamaha is building something big, and Toprak RAZGATLIOGLU is at the forefront of that project. If this performance continues, comparisons to Jorge Lorenzo will no longer be mere praise, but the beginning of a new legend being written. Today, MotoGP is in full swing. And one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Toprak RAZGATLIOGLU is no mere guest on the MotoGP grid. He is a serious threat to all his rivals. The MotoGP world was once again stunned. Not by the official lap times, not by the race results, but by an unusual sight at the Motorland Aragon track. The Yamaha V4 finally emerged from behind the curtain, and the moment instantly captured the global spotlight as one name appeared on the bike: Toprak RAZGATLIOGLU. Within minutes, the paddock, usually bustling with technical routine, suddenly became a hub of whispers, curious stares, and expressions of disbelief. Since morning, the atmosphere in Aragon had been different. Yamaha arrived with a quiet but confident demeanor. There were no celebrations, no exaggerated claims. But everyone knew this test was no ordinary test. It was Yamaha's boldest move in a decade. Amidst the dominance of Ducati, KTM, and Aprilia, the Japanese manufacturer had finally decided to step out of its comfort zone and introduce the V4 engine, which had only been rumored for so long. As Toprak slid out of pit lane, the sound of the Yamaha V4 immediately shattered the silence. Its character was different, fiercer, more compact, and with every step of the throttle, the bike seemed to reveal Yamaha's new identity. But what truly captivated everyone wasn't the sound, but the way Toprak rode. In every tough corner, Toprak did something rarely seen in modern MotoGP. He delayed braking until the very end. Extreme late braking. The front tire screamed, the bike looked like it was about to lose balance, and in a split second, everyone thought he was going to go wide or crash. But no. Toprak always exited the corner cleanly, precisely, and maintained his speed. This was a moment that left the MotoGP paddock stunned. Several riders watching from the data monitors were shaking their heads. This wasn't typical MotoGP style. This was the raw, aggressive, and instinctive style of World Superbike, translated directly into the world's most complex prototype bike. For Yamaha, this scene was both thrilling and promising. The Yamaha V4 was a major project born of long disappointment. For years they had lagged behind on the straights, struggled with acceleration, and relied too heavily on the subtlety of Fabio Quartararo's style. Now with the V4, Yamaha wanted to start over. This machine wasn't just about power, it was also about a new racing philosophy. And Toprak wasn't chosen without reason. He is the rider with the best front tire control in the world. Something that is crucial in the modern MotoGP era, where braking is the primary weapon. Yamaha's crew chief, who has known Toprak for a long time, said his feeling for the front tire is at a level rarely seen by other riders. The front brake is pressed hard at the start, and then Toprak seems to be playing with the limits of grip, dancing between control and chaos. But this test also revealed an unavoidable reality. MotoGP is not Superbike. Yamaha still has to find the perfect balance, especially at the rear of the bike. Engine braking, traction when exiting corners, and stability when changing direction remain major challenges. And Toprak himself is aware of this. He doesn't come with the illusion that everything will be easy right away. For Toprak RAZGATLIOGLU, this is the biggest leap of faith of his career. He is leaving his comfort zone, leaving the team that nurtured him, and leaving behind his status as the king of superbikes. From the more free streets of Superbike, he is now entering the world of MotoGP, filled with the pressures of politics, technology, and global expectations. Andrea Dovizioso, a former
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this